Hello, my dear students. Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. DC Saxena, Professor and Head of the Department of Food Engineering and Technology at Sant Longoval Institute of Engineering and Technology, Longoval. I am here to present the paper Technology of Spices and Condiments, wherein the module at present will be about the grading and curing of ginger, the importance of grading, why the curing is being done, what are the different aspects of grading, which will be explained to you by my co-author, Ms. Kulsum Jan.
Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Kulsum Jan from Sant Longoval Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today I am going to talk about module number 23 of paper number 10, Technology of Spices and Condiments. In this module, we will learn about the grading and curing of the ginger. Quality specifications are imposed by importing country and pertain to cleanliness specifications rather than the quality of the spice. Proper care must be taken to meet the minimum requirements, otherwise a lot may be rejected and need further cleaning and or disinfection with ethylene oxide or irradiation. Bulk rhizomes may be packed in jute sacks, wooden boxes, or lined corrugated cardboard boxes for shipping purpose.
As far as the ginger is concerned, the name itself supports the view. The Sanskrit name Singibera gave rise to Greek zingiber and later the generic name zingiber, so ginger, that is gingiber officinale rosaceae, is a monocotyledon belonging to the family Zingiberaceae and to the order Zingiberales. It's perennial herb with a large, solid, tough, horizontal rhizome consisting of a series of many pre-resistant roundish joints, pale yellow in color inside and covered with pale slippery brown skin, ringed with leaf scars and each marked at the summit by a large circular flat scar, much branched, the new joints coming off below the terminal scars. The root is warming to the body, slightly antiseptic and promotes internal secretion. Ginger, a very useful herb or plant, originated from India, China and Java, yet is also native to Africa and West Indies. Ginger is grown throughout the tropical areas of the world and also commonly found in Southeast Asia, especially in Indo-Malaysia. The main producer of ginger is Jamaica. In India, share of Kerala is maximum in production, that is 19% from an area share of 18%. It is also grown in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Assam, Orissa, Jammu and Kashmir, and in northeast states like Meghalaya, Sikkim, Mizoram, Manipur, Tripura, Nagaland, and Arunachal Pradesh. East Siang, West Siang, Basar, Darang are major ginger producing areas of Arunachal Pradesh. Ginger is a warm season crop adapted for growth in tropical and subtropical regions. It can be grown in areas like experience light frost as long as the rhizome are not exposed to freezing temperatures. Best growth occurs under moist conditions and temperatures of about 25 to 28 degrees centigrade. Growth efficiency declines with temperature above 30 degrees centigrade and below 24 degrees centigrade. As far as the soil is concerned, it should have pH of 5.5 to 6.5. Ginger requires a deep 25 to 40 centimeter rock-free sandy loam soil, high in organic matter with adequate drainage that allows for proper hilling of the crop. Ginger is a cash crop which is propagated vegetatively. Produce stored from this purpose from region to region depending upon the seed rate, variety, soil, cultural practices, and the cropping plan of the farmers for the next year. Some farmers are retaining larger quantities of future sales. On an average, about 15% of the produce is kept for seed in Ernakulam district, while in Wayanad farmers kept about 18% for this purpose. Generally, it cannot be stored for long due to its perishable character. As far as the nutritional value of ginger is considered, it has been seen that 100 grams of edible ginger contains approximately 9 grams of protein, 6 gram fiber, 116 gram calcium, 71 gram carbohydrate, and 147 IU of vitamin A. There are different varieties of ginger. Some of the varieties of ginger are Nadia, Maran, Rio de Janeiro, China, Wayanad, Kurupam, Padi, Irnad, Suparabha, Suruchi, Surabhi, Varad, and Himgiri. Yield and oil characteristics and content vary with cultivar and environmental factors. There are many local varieties grown over the world. More than 400 accessions of ginger are mentioned at the Indian Institute of Spice Research in Calcutta, Kerala, in India, and about 45 are at the Research Institute for Spices and Medicinal Crops in Bogor, that is in Indonesia.
The following terms are used to describe the various forms of dried rhizomes of ginger: peeled, scraped, uncoated. These are whole rhizomes with the corky skin removed. Rough scraped, whole rhizomes with the skin partially removed. The next one is the unpeeled or coated, in which the whole rhizomes with skin intact. The next is the black ginger, which are generally the whole rhizomes scalded before being scraped and dried. The next is the bleached, whole rhizomes treated with lime or diluted sulfuric acid. The next is the splits and the slices. Unpeeled rhizomes split or sliced. The next one is the ratoons. The second growth rhizomes, small, dark, are very fibrous, fall into this category. The next one are the dry slices and the powder are packed in kraft multi-wall laminated bags. Some laminates may be better than the other due to film permeability. Whichever film is used, storage in a cool and dry environment is crucial for dry spices. Dried spices or the dried rhizomes of the ginger slices or the splits should be stored in a cool environment, that is generally 10 to 15 degrees centigrade. When stored at a room temperature of 23 to 26 degrees centigrade, the losses of up to 20% of oleoresin on dry weight basis can be observed. In case of dry ginger, after 3 months, and the content of 6 zingerol decreases. It's therefore recommended to extract or distill ginger, maybe dry ginger, rapidly if cold storage is not available.
Here are some of the properties of the ginger. Number first, the medicinal properties. It possesses stimulant, aromatic, and carminative properties. When taken internally and when chewed, it acts as a silogogue. When externally applied, it's proficient. The stimulating, aromatic, and carminative properties render it of much value in atomic dyspepsia, especially if accompanied with much flatulence and as an adjunct to purgative medicine to correct gripping. When chewed, it's frequently serviceable in relaxed conditions of the tonsils. As rubefacient, it will frequently relieve headache and toothache. According to Hilary Jacobson, author of Mother Food, ginger is lactogenic herb that helps stimulate letdown of milk. So, ginger tea, ginger juice, or ginger natural ale may be helpful in good milk flowing. Ginger, also extensively used as a condiment, is sometimes important in a green state as well. A preserved ginger of the shops is prepared by carefully picking red rhizomes or the young shoots of the old rhizomes. Then these are washed and scraped. They are also being preserved in jars with syrups. It's also widely used as cooking herb, condiment, spice, and home remedy for a long time ago. It's being used as a medicine since many years. In medicinal use, the ginger root is an effective treatment for nausea caused by motion sickness or other sickness. Ginger extract also has long been used in traditional medical practices to decrease inflammation. Today, many herbalists use ginger to help treat health problems associated with inflammation, such as arthritis, bronchitis, and ulcerative colitis. To shorten the story, ginger oil is used to the treatment of fractures, rheumatism, arthritis, bruising, carbuncles, nausea, hangovers, travel and seasickness, colds and flu, cataract, congestion, coughs, sinusitis, sores on the skin, sore throat, diarrhea, colic, cramps, chills, and fever. Besides, ginger oil is used for cooking as well, as flavoring of cookies, biscuit and cakes, and it is the main flavor in ginger ale. A sweet carbonated non-alcohol beverage can be made. Ginger contains chemicals that reduce nausea and inflammation. Researchers believe that the chemicals present in ginger work primarily in the stomach and intestines, but they may also work in the brain and nervous system to control nausea. In foods and beverages, ginger is used as a flavoring agent. Ginger is also used for fragrance in manufacturing of soaps and cosmetics. One of the chemicals in ginger is also used as an ingredient in laxative, anti-gas, and antacid medication. Ginger is also used as a spice. It's used for the preparation of ginger oil and oleoresins. It's used in the preparation of soft drinks, alcoholic beverages. Preserved ginger is used for the manufacture of processed food. Green ginger is used in the culinary preparations. World scenario of ginger. The total production of ginger in the world is 1,683,000 tons, with the total average of 310.43 thousand hectares in China, India, Nepal, and Thailand. These are the major producers of ginger in the world, having production of 396.60 thousand tons, 385.33 thousand tons, 210.79 thousand tons, and 172.68 thousand tons respectively. India and Indonesia have the largest area under cultivation of ginger. According to FAO, the production of ginger is described in the table. China contributes an area of 36.10 hectare with a production of 396.60 tons and productivity of 10.99 tons per hectare. As far as India is concerned, it produces 385.33 tons with an average of 107.54 hectares, and productivity is 3.58 tons per hectare. Nepal contributes area of 18.04 hectares with an production of 210.79 tons and productivity of 11.68 tons per hectare. In case of Thailand, the contributed area is 10.25 hectare. Production is 172.68 tons and productivity is 16.85 tons per hectare. In Nigeria, 52.33 hectare is the contributed land and production is 162.22 tons with a productivity of 3.10 tons per hectare. In case of Indonesia, area is 60.47 hectare, production is 109.02 tons with a productivity of 1.80 tons per hectare. As far as Bangladesh is concerned, contributes area of about 9.07 hectares with a production of 4.84 tons with a productivity of 8.26 tons per hectare. In Philippines, area is 3.97 hectares, production is 27.10 tons and productivity is 6.83 tons per hectare. In Republic of Korea, area contributed is 2.09 hectares, production is to 4.97 with productivity of 11.98 tons per hectare. In case of Sri Lanka, area contributed is 2.07 hectare, production is 12.05 tons and 5.82 tons per hectare. However, in the other countries, area contributed is 8.51 hectares, production is 107.39 tons with a productivity of 12.62 tons per hectare.
Now, the grading of ginger. Ginger is generally graded in the field and is based on the soundness and the size of the rhizomes. Handling of ginger for the commercial processing generally revolves a higher level of separation and the equipment management. In the production of salted ginger, for instance, the volume of the ginger bought from various farmers is thoroughly cleaned in a washing machine before processing. Clean and dry rhizomes are classified according to the specifications of prospective buyers. The rhizomes are processed in a tank with brine solution. For safe transport, containers should be supported with wooden pallets. These containers are then piled in the storage room before they are transported to the prospective buyer.
National Horticulture Board describes the Indian scenario as there is only marginal increase in the average from 108.64 thousand hectare in 2008 to 2009 to 149.10 thousand hectare in 2010 to 2011. The production, however, has increased from 380.10 thousand tons in 2008-2009 to 702.00 thousand tons in 2010 to 2011. The details are given in the table. Now, the constituents of ginger. 100 grams of edible ginger contains approximately 9 gram protein, 6 gram fiber, 116 gram calcium, 71 gram carbohydrate, and 147 IU of vitamin A. The important active component of the ginger root are thought to be volatile oils and pungent phenol compounds, such as gingerols and shagols. Most varieties of ginger are Nardia, Maran, Rio de Janeiro, China, Wayanad, Kurupampadi, Ernad, Suprabha, Suruchi, Surabhi, Varada, and Himgiri. Now, consider the products related to ginger. It is used for the preparation of ginger oil and oleoresins. It's used in the preparation of soft drinks, alcoholic beverages. Preserved ginger is used for the manufacture of processed food. Green ginger is used in the culinary preparation. However, other products prepared from ginger are ginger candy, ginger pickle, and ginger powder. Some of the other products like alcoholic beverages are also being prepared from ginger. For processing of ginger, the most important point to be considered is the grading of ginger. For the grading, it should be harvested after the leaves have died. After harvest, fibrous root attached to the rhizome should be removed. Moreover, soil attached to them is also removed by washing. Each rhizome should be washed in water. A high pressure hose, coconut fiber, or a soft brush and copious water can be used to give a fresh appearance. A proper care should be maintained during this operation to prevent breakage. Rhizomes should be soaked overnight in water and then cleaned. The skin can be removed by bamboo splits or wooden splice. After scraping The rhizomes should be sun-dried for a week with frequent turnings, and skin should be removed by rubbing with hands. This will produce non-bleached ginger. However, if these are immersed in 2% lime solution for 6 hours, followed by sun drying, they can be termed as bleached ginger. Proper care is required during this operation, which will assist in minimizing microbial damage and may improve presentation. Ginger can be graded as peeled, unpeeled, rough, scraped, bleached, splits, slices, and ratoons based on process of drying. Grading is carried out in the field to remove rhizomes that do not immediately attain the export specifications. Grading is also required prior to packing to remove broken and damaged rhizomes, which occurred during field transport and handling. These graded different forms of rhizomes should be packed in jute sacks, wooden boxes, or lined corrugated cardboard boxes, depending upon the distance for transportation and type of market. Dry slices or powder should be packed in multi-wall laminated bags or polyethylene film pouches. As far as the grading is concerned, there are some of the grade designations with the characteristics along with the size of rhizome, extraneous matter, some of the light pieces present in the matter. Number first, garbled, non-bleached Calicut NGK ginger. Its characteristics are that the piece should be irregular in shape and size. It should be pale brown in color, fibrous with peel not entirely removed, light pieces removed by garbling. Its size of rhizome should not be less than 20 mm. The extraneous matter should be within the range of 1% with 0 light pieces. Number second, ungarbled, non-bleached Calicut NUGK grade designation. It should be pale brown in color, fibrous with peel not entirely removed. The size of the rhizome should be small cut pieces of less than 20 mm. Again, the extraneous matter should be 1% with the very light pieces of 10%. The next one is the garbled non-bleached Cochin NGC. The characteristics are the pieces should be irregular in shape and size, pale brown in color, fibrous with peel not entirely removed by garbling. Again, the size of the rhizome should not be less than 20 mm, with an extraneous matter of 1% and 0% very light pieces. Number 4. Ungarbled, non-bleached Kochi NUGC grade designation. Pieces should be irregular in shape and size, pale brown in color, fibrous with peel not entirely removed. Again, the small pieces of less than 20 mm should be the size of the rhizomes, with an extraneous matter of 1% and 10% of very light pieces. Number 5. Garbled bleached Cochin, that is BGC. The pieces, irregular in shape and size, color, should be fibrous with peel lime bleached, light pieces removed by garbling. The size should not be less than 20 mm, with 1% of extraneous matter and very light pieces of 1%. Number 6. Ungarbled bleached Cochin. BUGC. The characteristics are the pieces should be irregular in shape and size, fibrous with peel, lime bleached. These rhizomes should be again small cut pieces of less than 20 mm size. Extraneous matter should be again 1% only, and very light pieces can be up to 10%. According to design of Eggmark insignia, grade designations and quality of garbled non-bleached ginger whole is described in the given table. Quality has been described based on different parameters like size of the rhizomes, that is in length, organic extraneous matter, inorganic extraneous matter, moisture, total ash, calcium, volatile oil, based on the parameters of ginger that has been graded among different sections like special. However, some other considerations are: it shall be dried rhizome in pieces, irregular in shape, pale brown in color. Its fibrous content shall be characteristic of the variety, with peel not entirely removed and light pieces removed by garbling. It shall have characteristic taste and flavor and shall not have any musty odor or a rancid or bitter taste. It shall be free from added coloring matter. It shall be free from mold growth and living insects, and practically free from dead insects, insect fragments, and rodent contamination. It shall comply with restrictions in regard to aflatoxin, metallic contaminants, insecticides, and pesticide residue, poisonous materials like metals, naturally occurring contaminants, microbial load, and the like as specified by Codex Alimentarius Commission as per as buyer requirements for export purpose and the Prevention of Food Adulteration Rule 1955 for domestic trade. According to design of Eggmark insignia, grade designation of quality, garbled bleached ginger whole. It shall be dried rhizome of Zingiber of Chenille rosaceae, in pieces irregular in shape, pale brown in color. Its fibrous content shall be characteristic of the variety, with peel not entirely removed. It shall be lime bleached. It shall have characteristic taste and flavor, and shall not have any musty odor or a rancid or bitter taste. It shall be free from added coloring matter. It shall be free from mold growth and living insect, and practically free from dead insects, insect fragments, and rodent contamination. It shall comply with restrictions in regard to aflatoxin, metallic contaminants, insecticides, pesticide residue, poisonous metal, naturally occurring contaminants, microbial load as specified by Codex Alimentarius Commission as per the buyer's requirement for export purpose and the Prevention of Food Adulteration Rules 1955 for domestic trade. According to design of Eggmark insignia, grade designations and quality of ungarbled bleached ginger whole. The size of the rhizome should be 20 mm with an organic extraneous matter of 2%. The very light pieces should be 4%. Moisture should be in the range of 12%. Total ash should be 12%. Calcium should be 2.5% with an volatile oil of 1.5%. These were for the special grade designation. The next one is the standard grade designation, in which the size of the rhizome should be 15 mm, with organic extraneous matter of 2%, light pieces of 6%, moisture content of 13%, total ash as 12%, calcium as 4%, and volatile oil as 1%. Grade designation and quality of ginger powder. It shall be obtained by ginger whole pieces. After grinding of those ginger pieces, it shall be grounded to such a fineness that whole of it passes through 100 micron sieve. It shall have characteristic taste and flavor, and shall not have a musty odor or rancid or bitter taste. It shall be free from added coloring matter. It should be free from molded growth and living insects and practically free from dead insects, insect fragments, and rodent contamination. As far as its special and standard grade is concerned, the special one contains 12% of moisture, 8% of total ash, 1% of acid insoluble ash, water soluble ash as 1.9%, alcohol soluble extract as 12%, calcium as 1.1%, and volatile oil as 1.5%. In standard grade designation, it should have 13% moisture content, 8% of total ash, acid insoluble ash as 1%, 1.7% of water soluble ash, alcohol soluble extract as 12%, calcium as 4%, and volatile oil as 1%. Ginger is loose packed in layers. Size grading is not usually carried out within cartons, assuming that all rhizomes meet required size specifications. In some cases, size grading is carried out where different grades of ginger are being exported. For sea shipment, an additional 5% weight is required to account for weight loss. During transport, net weight requirements vary from 12 to 13.6 kgs, depending on the market and importer requirements. Cartons must not be overfilled during packing. Curing of ginger. Ginger intended for storage should be cured by air drying the bulbs at average temperature of 22 degrees centigrade to 26 degrees centigrade and 70% to 75% relative humidity for several days to allow the skin to thicken and the cut surfaces to heal. Curing will help reduce post-harvest weight loss and decay. Following the brief curing treatment, the ginger should be put in a well-ventilated containers for long-term storage. To improve quality of the ginger, curing is important. However, there are other attributes as well, like it improves the keeping quality or shelf life. Avoiding the losses due to market glut facilities uses in off-season. Used for industrial purpose and helps in retention of flavor. Methods of curing. Green ginger is soaked in water to facilitate removal of skin. Skin is scraped off with pieces of sharpened bamboo or bits of seashell or coir with great care and skill to avoid losses of essential oil. Scrapped produce is washed and dried in sun for 3 to 4 days and hand rubbed. It's again soaked in water for 2 hours, dried and then rubbed to remove all the remaining bits of skin. Sun drying also helps to bleach the produce. This type of curing is rather slow but preserves the flavor and hence is beneficial. Methods of curing. There are different methods of curing. One among them is Malabar method. It is generally followed in Kerala. In this type of method, rhizomes are soaked in 2% clear lime water for 6 hours. They are then transferred to sulfuring chamber, where they are kept for 12 hours. Then the complete procedure is repeated 3 times to bleach the ginger and give it white color before drying. Next method of curing of ginger is caustic soda method. Number first, fully matured rhizomes are taken, washed and peeled. They are dipped in 20%, 25% and 50% caustic soda solution for 5 minutes, 1 minute and half minute respectively. They are then transferred to 4% citric acid solution for 2 hours. They are then thoroughly washed with water and dried in sun till moisture content is 15 to 20%. Finally, they are polished and packed.
So, students, let's now summarize what we have learned in this module. Grading, curing, and packaging of the ginger is very important. Ginger is one of the earliest important spice grown in the Western Hemisphere, reported to a native of Southeast Asia. Ginger, that is Gingiber officinae rosaceae, used as a raw material in the production of beverages, perfumes, and medicine. Due to its penetrating flavor, it is largely used for cooking and the preparation of preserves, candies, and pickles. Dry ginger contains about 1 to 3% volatile oil and 50% starch. Its other constituents are fiber, protein, resin, fixed oil, etc. Two well-known byproducts are ginger essence and ginger oil. Before the ginger is worked, it's first cured under an open shred. Ginger may be cured by forcing warm air through the grates. To do this, arrangement of the grates in such a manner that the warm air is forced through them by an ordinary electric fan. The crop is cleaned for about 2 days. The fan is continuously used for about 12 hours on a dry day. For curing large quantities of harvest, several fans are used. Dried crop is left to cure for 5 to 10 days before storage.
Now you know the different aspects of grading and curing in the processing of ginger, why it is being done, and what are the different benefits of grading and curing in the processing of ginger, which has been explained to you by my co-author. And in the next module, you will be knowing the important process in the processing of ginger, which is bleaching. Thank you.